Around the corner there, it goes back to the hotel. I hope the sewer system doesn't go as far as the village. The bigger it is, the less are the chances of finding any signs. There's an iron ladder on the wall. I ought to be somewhere under the car park or thereabouts. There's a metal cover at the top of the ladder. It's not gonna move an inch. To the right, it goes round the corner again. A metal bar. Hey, there's a metal bar on the wall. I'm taking it with me. You just never know. It has to go in the direction of the car park and the hotel. More dark, stinking passages. More dark, stinking passages. More dark, stinking passages. I hate rats. No way I'm putting my hand in there. A piece of timber about 1.5 feet long. A piece of timber about 1.5 feet long. The metal bar is a good 3 feet long. It's rusted away at the tip. The rest of it, though, looks relatively solid. A sturdy piece of 4 by 4 inches, about 20 inches long. That leads back out of this dead end. I don't exactly know what all these grates are for. Maybe they're here to stop all the big pieces of floats in. Or they're here to stop folks breaking into houses from the drains. Seems to be holding. The beam will hold the grate open. The only question is just for how long. A real dream. Angelina will be able to tell from 100 yards off that I'm coming to her rescue. If Angelina is here, then she's definitely got to be on this side of the grate. A pipe which goes off downwards at an angle and hangs here. That's a piece of fabric. Could be from a blouse. And it doesn't look like it's been hanging all that long. I hope it's not Angelina's. But whose else could it be? The pipe leads steeply downwards. I can't see where it ends. It's big enough to climb into. Now, is she down there? Angelina! Angelina! Nothing. I'm pretty sure that that's from Angelina's blouse. Here's some blood. Oh, hell. I just hope that the pipe doesn't get any narrower down there, and that I can't find a way back outside. Damn slippery, as though somebody had greased the pipe with... Ah! Ah! Oh! Damn. As if someone has put oil all over the pipe. Oh, the stupid soul key is cracked. I can't even see my hand in front of my face. I've still got the camera. The flash might help. What's that? Something soft. A cloth. I've got it. There's something very cold lying here. Metal. A pole or a tube. It really is a tube. About 18 inches long and quite heavy. An old cleaning cloth, completely dried out. A metal tube, about 20 inches long and real heavy. I'll wrap the rag around the bar and wedge it in a bit in the opening. Yeah, that ought to hold it. A metal tube with a rag in one end of it. Another one of my great inventions. A metal thing. A bucket. There's something slimy in it. Oil. Stale, old oil. There's a little bit of oil in the bucket. I'll dip my homemade torch in the oil. So, it's drenched in oil. I'll stick it here in the wall. I don't really want hot oil running over my fingers. Here we go. My last match. Very good. Two huge metal tanks, perhaps for fuel or oil. Could also be water tanks. That's the soul key, or what's left of it. It shattered into lots of little pieces. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do with that. I don't need a bucket. Even with the light on, it looks like a hose. Even with the light on, it looks like a hose. No wonder I couldn't open the door in the dark. It's been blocked with a pole. And it's a sliding door. The metal rails on the wall and floor give that away. That would suggest that I'm in some kind of a bunker. There are usually sliding doors in bunkers because you can still open them after an explosion. Perhaps I can open the door with that. Nothing's happening. The door isn't that easy to open. A few loose wires are hanging out of the box. Of course, the door won't open with that there. I'll take it out of the way. Looks as though they've been pulled out on purpose. I'll stick them in again. So let's see. Oh, there's even a light switch. This one here must be the switch for the door. The label makes it somewhat easier. You see? It works. A big, dark room and bars. I can hardly make anything out.
We've been expecting you, Darren.
What is this? Who are you?
One day, you will be our guest.
What are you gonna do? What have you done with Angelina? No. No!
I'm going now. By the way, escape is impossible. This is an old Second World War bunker. There are meter-thick concrete walls, steel, and rock between you and freedom. We'll come for you in a few days, Darren. I wish you a pleasant stay.
Damn it! What do you want from me? Why did you have to use Angelina as bait? Why her? I'm gonna find you. Ugh.
Looks like a screwdriver. Looks like a screwdriver. What's that doing here? A chain that's about 2 yards long. A chain that's about 2 yards long. That's one of those things you can light gas with. The metal part is rubbed with a kind of flint and then makes sparks. Locked. Locked. A huge padlock. Quite old with a large keyhole. It's still very strong, even though it's old. I won't be able to break it open. I could use a welding torch right now. Or... Welding powder. It's a mixture of iron oxide and aluminum powder. That stuff burns at almost 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit and can easily melt iron. And iron oxide is in rust. There's enough of that here. If I could make welding powder out of iron rust and aluminum powder, I could melt the lock with it. Welding powder reaches a temperature of up to 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit. That doesn't just melt iron, it makes it almost evaporate. A cheap camping table with a chair. I guess this is supposed to be the comfortable corner of my jail? There's plastic cutlery on the table. You can't do anything with it, not even eat properly. A camping stove. Presumably I'm supposed to heat up my food with it. I'll leave it there. If I need to warm something up or ignite something, then I can do it here. I'll leave it there. It seems they don't want to let me go thirsty. Huh. That's about 3 gallons. If you need around half a gallon a day, that means they want to keep me waiting here for no more than 6 days. Great. I won't budge an inch. I won't budge an inch. The iron bars are covered in rust. I still can't move them. The iron bars are covered in rust. I still can't move them. Looks like ready meals in aluminum trays. That's not the kind you'd get in the supermarket. Looks more like it's a to-go tray. I'll just take one. Right. I'll carefully scrape the aluminum off with the knife. Now this could take a while. I've collected a small heap of aluminum powder on the pages from the fairy tale book. I've collected the scraped off aluminum powder on the fairy tale book page. Now there's only the powdered rust missing. Good. I hope I can get enough rust off here. Okay, the rust powder's mixed with the aluminum powder. It's not the best welding powder ever, but it'll do for the lock. I've blended the powder rust and the aluminum together. For sure it's not the perfect welding powder, but it'll still burn pretty darn hot. That's it. The welding powder's in the lock. The welding powder's in the lock. I just need to ignite it, and the lock will evaporate. That's one of those things you can light gas with. The metal part is rubbed with a kind of flint, and then makes sparks. I could be here a while. A few sparks aren't enough to ignite welding powder. I shouldn't let the flame burn too long. Who knows how long the gas will last? Good. It's lit. I'll have to hurry up. It's not gonna burn forever. The sparkler's not gonna burn forever. I need to hurry up. It's the only one I've got. Alright then. Real careful now. It's really evil stuff. The wicked thing is, it can burn without oxygen. That means you can't put it out with sand, for example. And if you pour water on it, the water is broken down by the heat, creating oxygen, or hydrogen, or oxyhydrogen, explosive gas. Everything explodes and superheated droplets fly everywhere. There's been some serious accidents. So it's not really something to try at home. But this was an emergency. An old box. I'll put the light on first. That was easy. An old box. Let's see. Magnesium flares. I'll take them. Magnesium flares light up very brightly and can also burn underwater. Divers use them when they're way down deep, where normal lamps won't work. That's no idea what that is. It says here that it's a rubber dinghy with a built-in compressed air capsule. You pull the ripcord and the dinghy inflates within seconds. It must have been the cutting edge of technology back then. The inflatable dinghy expands with its own built-in compressed air cartridge. It's a real compact package while it's uninflated, but it's only designed for 2 men. Unbelievable the amount of stuff I can get in my pants pocket. At this price, the quality's gotta be there. The metal locker must be about 50 years old, like most things here. I'm surprised that everything is kept so well. The thick walls probably keep things preserved. There's a box. These are cables with igniters, presumably for dynamite. I'll take one of the cables with me. I don't need any more cable at the moment. There's an igniter cap fastened to the end of the cable. I reckon the cable's a good 30 feet long. What have we got here? Whoa, a stick of dynamite. Does 50-year-old dynamite still work? Or does it work too well and explode in my hands? Okay. Alright then. I'll leave the other stick here for now. I don't want to push my luck.